Now, Wes,
Yes?
this is going to be a very, very interesting video. But this, by the way, this has nothing to do with a comment that I got. I never had any comments saying, have you maybe do this as a video? But I just thought it was in my head, so I just thought, what was the very, very first game you played?
Oh god. Oh god, I have to reach into memory lane for this. Okay, so technically it's two, but I'm gonna tell you the one that I played the most.
Okay.
So, when we were young and we had the original Xbox, the original Xbox, that one with the big ass controller.
The one that started off like a green goop and it just
Yeah.
turned to the Xbox logo.
Yes. We used to have like a game. I think it was the second one in the series where it was like all these different arcade games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the one that
I know exactly what you're going to say, but I'm going to let you say because it's good.
The one game, the first game I ever played, because it was the one in the slot that I played the most, Primal Rage.
Of course it was.
Yes. Now, for those that don't know what Primal Rage is, it's basically a combination between Mortal Kombat and the Monsterverse. It's basically... The story is you get these meteors that hit planet Earth, and in that awakened 7 gods. Basically prehistoric godly beings.
Yeah.
And they rose up from underground and just started wrecking things and wreaking havoc. And then they basically fought against each other for dominance over the planet. And like I said, as a Godzilla fan, that's just fucking awesome to me.
I did remember you used to play as the Red T-Rex.
Yeah, Diablo.
Yeah.
There was Sauron the T-Rex. There was Blizzard the gorilla.
Yeah,
there was another gorilla called Chaos, like I said, like we said, another T-Rex called Diablo.
Yeah.
And there was Talon, which was like a raptor. There was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was Armordon, which was like a...
Oh, it's basically Anguirus.
It's basically Anguirus.
Yeah.
And then there was Vertigo, who was like...
Was that the blue...
That was the Cobra. Yeah.
That was the car. I used to love playing that thing.
You used to love playing as that thing.
I have no idea what this thing is, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a python raptor... what's the thing from Jurassic Park that shoots the black ink?
Oh, the Dilophosaurus.
It was kind of like the mixture of those three combined. It was just so cool but weird. But I remember playing that character.
Yeah. So that was the first game I played. I absolutely freaking loved it. And I'm not saying they should do a remake of this, but I'm just saying...
I was about to ask you, do you want a remake of that game?
They should release it again. Either, like... another arcade pack, or like, an updated version of the game.
I gotta imagine Nintendo Switch having the rights for that kind of game. Or have the rights to the game that had the games. The game that had the games.
The game that had the game.
Try saying that 5 times fast. If anyone could say that 5 times fast, let me know in the comment section below if someone could say that 5 times fast.
So yeah, that was my first game.
Alright then. For me, I have to go back memory lane.
Yeah, just like me.
I have to try to go back memory lane and remember my first ever game.
Yeah.
That we played. Actually, when I played, the first game I played. Because like you said, we had the original Xbox. I think that was like their first console.
Yes.
And one of the games I loved playing was the very, very first Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, God.
This game was so good. And it kind of annoys me how they did the classic edition and they made it so buggy as hell.
Oh, yeah.
But that, I'm not going to discuss all
We're
that.
not going to discuss that. This is talking about the happy memories.
Yes. So this game was so good because I remember buying it and I wanted to play because I mostly grew up with the prequels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I grew up with like episode 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm one of those people that actually really liked Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. Actually, my first Star Wars movie.
You liked Attack of the Clones?
At the time.
At the time, yeah.
And I remember my first Star Wars movie I saw in cinemas was Revenge of the Sith back in 2005, and it was.
Oh yeah.
I wish I want to go. I want to see. I wish there was a time machine so I could go back and just revisit that moment
Revisit those memories
in cinema.
Yeah.
Seeing the ads and seeing the trailers for movies to come out that year. Anyway, so Battlefront was this game that you basically play two of the trilogies. You play the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy, leading up to episode 3, because they never had any maps apart from Kashyyyk. They never had any maps based on episode 3 yet, because this came out years before. This came out a year before, 2003, and it was pretty much like you're going through maps and maps, and you're just like shooting your enemy troops, and you're actually just with your troops behind you, and you're just going through battles and battles. Like the Battle of Geonosis was my favorite on that map. Like I think the one in Battlefront 1 is better than the one from Battlefront 2. My opinion of Geonosis. There was the Battle of Hoth, which took me a while to figure out how the hell do you need two pilots to control the grappling hook.
Oh yeah.
To go around the AT-AT or AT-AT, or it depends on which one you prefer to say. And then like the Ewoks. I remember I was upset the fact that I was on an AT-ST and I'm walking around Endor and I get hit by the wood, like the logs.
Yeah, the 2 logs. Yeah.
Because you're supposed to go to that area anyway, and you get insta killed by these logs made by the Ewoks, and I'm like, I was a wee bit upset that happened, and playing the battle droids, like I used to love.
Yes, the battle droids.
You love the droidicas, but I love the super battle droids.
Yes.
The thing is, only the Naboo, the 2 Naboo maps are the only ones you play as the regular battle droids.
Really?
I remember there was a mission in the story. Well, if you could call it a story, it was just random missions. You could only play as the battle droids, but when it got to the Kashyyyk bit, that's when they had the battle droid, the super battle droids in the character selection.
Ah, okay.
But they don't have them. They don't have regular battle droids in the second Battlefront game.
Really?
They only have is the blue one, the yellow one. They've got a green for it.
Yeah, that was weird.
They had a green one when you're doing Galactic Assault. But when you're doing like basically ground battles, they had the yellow one, the red one, the blue one. And that was it. But I remember playing like Battlefront 1 was so good. I was mostly I love playing the Stormtroopers more than Rebels, and I played both clones and droids equally,
so you go
the same amount of times, less in the Rebels. I wasn't much of a Rebel fan.
Okay, yeah.
I only played like Stormtroopers, Clone Troopers, and Battle Droids because I love those fractions more, those groups in the movies, and just had a lot of fun. I remember I was kind of like, wait, how do you kill the heroes? Because you never play as heroes, but there was only 3. There was Darth Vader, Mace Windu, and Count Dooku. I don't think there was a Luke. I don't even saw Luke Skywalker. But I remember when they did, capturing the command post is your main priority, and I used to love capturing the command post. And I was like thinking, why is it all yellow? Oh yeah, the yellow could either be the Gungans or the Sand People.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but yeah, that was like my first ever game, and to this day I still remember the good memories. And when I found out you could play them in Xbox One, because my friend Josh told me you could play the 2 old Battlefronts for the Xbox One, and they were like $9.99.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, I could just play good memories and just play it now. I was like, yes, the feels. If I could pick one, there's a few good maps in the first Battlefront. There was Geonosis, there was Bespin, landed platforms. Kashyyyk, the daytime Kashyyyk map was really good. Yeah. So, yeah, that was a fun video.
Yeah?
That was our what first game did we ever play in our lives? Let us know what your very first game was, and let us know in the comment section below. And for the players.
For the players.